the example. It will all this data just illustrate from the NCC weekly data, and we just illustrate some columns we will send out to the facility. So after we build this Excel, just save that in a folder. We can name that like forms coming due plus the date. So okay, let's close that first. And also in the prepare work, we have to build two text document. First one is about body text in HTML because it's just citing our email body. So like that. Uh, so in the Word here, like I also passed this part in the Word document. So the yellow highlight part, we can customize and modify them. But just remember to add this code at the end of each row. It just means the enter next line. It will create some space in the email. And also, we have to build a one text document name just the table style. It just use the CSS code set the our data tables format like a font and the color and also the table wise like that. Usually this one is offset, so we can just copy paste directly. After the prepare work in the folder, it should be two text document and one Excel. So the next part just talk about how to build this Power Automate process. Here is some more instruction about all the code and instruction for each row. So the first one, this row one just set the folder path. Just we save the Excel file and our just the folder path set the Excel file. So we can just copy paste the file path directly into this field. And also for the file filter, for the initial of this file, like forms coming due, it's always the same every time. So you can just pass it here. But remember to use this star mark just instead of the date. Okay. And this one, just you can create a name for this step. And the next step, this one just create just illustrate the current date. For this one, it has usually have two selection choice, but we usually just want to keep the date only, not plus the time. Okay. Also, it's I just name this variable as today date. And the next one is about just set the deadline, the end date. So this just means the variable we create in the last step, name is today, and this one we can customize. We can just set to the end date after today 7 days, or after today 15 days, 40 days. We can modify that. So right now I just set is 1 year, 365. And also this step is just use our folder path, make it like a test value. So this one is the variable we create in the first step, but remember to add this 0, just means we use that value. So this step just prepare for the next one, because the next one is just create the Excel SQL connection. So it will allow us to use SQL query logic in Excel to filter data. So this one just for the build this connection. All these query are the same. Just for here, uh, it's a variable. Just we create in the last step. We just insert here. To insert this variable, we can just click this button to select that variable we created and insert here. Okay. And the next one is about the filter the data. It's just connect the SQL connection we create in the fifth row and select use the SQL query to filter the data from today to the end date. And also I passed this query in the Word document. So, and the next step, this one is a interesting one. It's just illustrate all the SQL result, only the season column. It like make a send out list for all the facilities in that Excel table. But next one, we will remove the duplicate value, so it will be a single facility list to send out the email. And start from the blue rows, it will be a loop. Just illustrate the table, illustrate the data for single facility. First one, if the facility in this list is the first one is 111, we will illustrate all the Excel data about these 111 facilities. So but remember to full set this loop, we have to start from 0 and the number will be the totally the facility list count minus 1. And also this one, this just also use the SQL query, but it will have uh, one condition to filter all the data about the first facility, second facility. Yeah. And this one is similar, but it's just for us to illustrate the email address. We will use that later. Yeah. And start from this step, it's just use our CS code to set the email body and also the email that data table format. This one no special, so we can just copy paste the code directly, use that. Here is the same. There is no special uh, variable. We just use that these variables columns. Also, until here is the same. I just attach the detail in the Word document. And this step just read our text document we create before and input into this Power Automate process. And also this step is the same. After that, we just need to set our Outlook. When we just build this function, it will automatically open our Outlook, so we don't need to set anything. After that, we have to set this send out email message. This one first just connect our Outlook. We just connect in the last step. And also for the email account, just we have to enter the email account we want to use to send out the email. So like this one, we use this ESRD one. Uh, and also we in the previous step, we have one process just illustrate the facilities email addresses. We just want to use here, so we have to add the write the number 0 to use that value. And the subject usually also is the same. So we just tap here and also insert the uh, email body. We just input into Outlook in the here, yes, in the 27 rows. So after that, we have to click this on arrow button. We have to set like if there is a error appear, we have to continue this process. Go to the next action like here. It just means if that email address is not correct, we cannot send out the emails. It will skip that error, continue to run this whole process. So it will not stop that. Okay. Is there any question about the whole process?
I did have a question.
Oh, go ahead, Robert.
This is Robert Bain. And one question I had was, can you have multiple email addresses that this goes to for a facility? I have difficulty if I try to do that in Word. I can do that. I can automate that process in Excel. But if it is, for example, row 6 that has multiple email addresses, that won't work in Word as a recipient. So just, are you able to do that with this process?
Yes. So when we build the Excel file, we have one column, just put all the email address in one cell. So for like this one, it allows us to have 3 or 5 or multiple email address. Just separate with this mark. Yeah.
And then I need to take this back just a step to, what are the requirements? I know there's kind of a free version or a more basic version that people have. I was told recently that, in order to do anything, you need to buy like a professional. And so I'm just, what do you need?
For the Power Automate, we can build this whole process in free version, but it will only run in our own laptop. But if you want to share this query with other people, you have to buy the like a primary account.
Yeah, so this would work for me to send out the emails from my laptop, but if I wanted to say, hey, I have this great process and share it out with someone else, I need the higher paid account. Okay. And then I might have missed this because I just, but at the very beginning, when you go to the place, I don't know much about Power Automate at all. So you have the prepared document, you do the text, but where do you go to start building, the process? Like, what is that documented in here? Let's see,
Here?
to start the flow. Yeah, so you have a flow and then you create a flow.
Yes, and just name the flow like any name. So create that. It will enter a total blank page, but
okay.
Yeah, so it will look like this one. So if we want to, like the first step is get file in the folder, we can just write this name here. So we can find this action. Just move that to here. It will appear this window to set.
Okay.
And
And I might need to update my version because I can create a flow, but all of a sudden I can't edit or go into it. You know, I can create the name your flow, and then I can't get into it. So
Oh, and
I'll
for
check on that.
yeah, for all this process, we have to install the desktop version of Power Automate because the online one with the desktop one they have different action.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think this is the desktop version, but
Yes.
so okay, great. Do you have an example of how the email looks when it
Yes.
gets sent out?
Okay. First, let me close this Excel file and just click this run button.
And while this is running, so when you say
Yeah.
don't do anything on your laptop, that means don't
Oh,
check emails, don't right click your mouse to look at them. It's like walk away and
yes.
okay.
So okay, when there is one error appear because I forgot to log in my Outlook. So let me
Oh.
sign in.
And to send it out from a specific mailbox, did you have to sign, like not have it as, here's my other mailbox all under my L-Scrine? It's, I have to log out and log in as, you know,
Yes.
okay,
Log in that
with the one
the
you want to
man.
use.
Yes. Okay. Let's rerun that.
And I'm sorry, if anyone else has any questions while this is running,
Yeah.
go for it.
And the loop text shows one. It means one email sent out.
Where does that show it?
Oh,
Oh,
in
right.
the red set, it has one loop index.
Mm.
If something goes wrong, is it similar where it throws an error and it will highlight which step, you know, if you're building it and you made a mistake in the build, will it highlight which step it broke at?
Yeah. It will, if some step has the error, it will stop that and has the error message show the detail.
Okay. And how long does it take to run, you know?
Yeah, usually every week send about 400 emails. It usually take 15 minutes or 60 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's completed. So everybody will get one email from the ESRD communication account. It looks like here. So it will look like this one.
Okay. And is there anything special, like the stuff that you pasted in, is that, you know, for formatting, is that like the color of the table or inserting the table, is that what you pasted in the text, or is that
Yeah, I
table
just
style?
yes, all the formatting set in this table style text document. I just pass the code here in this
Okay.
blue font.
So this is where we would go if we wanted to change a color or,
Yes.
okay, or
So
font family.
yes, right now that table will just look like this one, the orange headline for the
Okay.
header color. And like this one will just illustrate all the same facility data in one email.
And you'll see all the contacts at the top of who's at your facility received this email.
Yes. Is there any other question?
For the bullets, where is that?
Oh, this one just in the body text.
Body text. Okay.
Yeah. We can just create copy paste the text here, but just remember to add this code in the end of each line. It just means create the space.
So if you didn't want a space between those, you would leave that off. Okay.
Yeah, they will very close together.
I like mine close together. No. And then okay.
And also we can just copy paste the website link into this text document. When the email sent out, it will be a leave link. We can click that.
Okay. Well, yeah, this looks really great. It's hard to know, how it will work and, what kind of questions I might have until I kind of get in and try it. Some of my biggest things I can see happening is, because yours is specific to your network and it might have certain language or certain things, is if one of these steps references something in there and I changed something to say network 16, or I added a column in there, is looking through all these steps, will that break things like that execute SQL statement if I added a affiliation or something? So.
Sure. Yeah. If there are any questions, also can email to me. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the way Yeming set this up is that it only looks at the 3 files in that folder, that one Excel file and then the 2 text documents. So all the references should be contained just through these 3 items, right, Yeming?
Yes. So, like the text document is just a one-time setting. After that, we just leave them in that folder. For the Excel one, every time when we create the new Excel file, we have to move the old one into like the archive folder to or delete that.
So that has the old forms coming due, but
Yeah.
the body text and the table style, since they remain consistent,
Yeah.
those just stay. And then for if you were sending out a query on dangling gap, discontinue gap, that would be its own auto email folder, or do you just replace? Yeah, I guess it would have to be because they have different table setups and.
Yeah, different reference to the file folder. And you guys, you're welcome to, Yiming is going to share her raw data resource with you. You're welcome to try and honestly reach out, do a one-on-one. She can help you troubleshoot the stuff.
Yeah, that's great. And, based on my experience of doing things like this, with Robert's help, sometimes what I think is a minor change breaks everything. So I will definitely take advantage of that. Wow. Can you send attachments with this?
Yes.
Would that need to be placed in the same folder?
The
auto email.
The auto email. Attachment maybe not easy to cite, but here we can add the attachment, but every time it should be the same. If it's for each facility, it's unique. Maybe we have to add more actions to illustrate the attachment.
But if it was just a straightforward, like, here's how you update personnel guide or something, then you just put the file path there and that would just throw that in.
Yeah, you can just click here, this button, just select the file you want to attach.
Okay. So that doesn't have to be in that same folder. It could be from anywhere on your. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I'm also, I clicked record on this, Yiming, so I'll share this recording with you. You could send it out with the instructions too.
Sure.
And then also, what's my other? This works within the like Microsoft universe only. Is that kind of you would need Outlook and you would need Power Automate
Yeah.
and Excel. Like it works best to keep it all in the same family.
I think yes.
We've not tried it in anything else. That's all we have. Did everyone
you
receive their copy of the email?
Yes. Can you build it into auto send on a certain date and time?
Yes. There is some one action just like the set run this process automatically. Just here. But I never use that, so
Oh.
I can add some more instruction in the Word one about that. Because usually we get the data time differently, so we usually run this click this menu button.
Yeah, and this is, what you're doing is so far beyond, what I've experimented with. So I would definitely not be at that step for a while, but I was just wondering, like, could you build a step in to look, see if the file has been recently updated? If so, on this date, send out, and then you just don't really have to touch it until a facility calls and tells you you sent them an entire thing, data set of patient information, but it could be, I mean, the idea of Power Automate, that's to just save some tedious steps that you're doing too, right? To just say, I don't want to have to right click, delete, enter, all the time. I'm going to build something where I can just play it and it does it. Is that the intent of it?
Yeah, I agree. That's our dream.
We need some job security now. Come on.
Well, you can maybe write something to say why your job is important and send that auto email to your boss every month. Thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time to demo this. Is anyone else here? I think I asked this before, and Jeff, you had kind of dipped your toes in, and anyone else using Power Automate?
Yeah, I'm still dipping my toes. I'm more focused on the Power Apps forms right now than Automate, but Automate's on my list of training to get to.
Okay, thank you.
Very cool. Thanks everyone for coming. Thanks, Yiming. This is a really amazing document you put together, and this has been a huge one huge thing taken off my plate when I've been doing these emails to facilities in batches of like, you have this due in 2 weeks, you have this due in 2 weeks, and they always look at the wrong CCN. They don't know who they are. They don't know who it goes to. So this reduces that issue by here. 5 of
Oh.
you at facility A. These are your UPIs.
I have one more question too. Speaking of like reducing headaches and everything. if this process gets interrupted partway through, which happens to me a lot, I lose my connection, and with access processes, things like that, I'm like, oh, it stopped on CCN 382-500. Now I have to, send it again. If say your power went out, what would you do then?
Okay. Oh, it's a good question. From here, we can see how many facilities we send out, and we click here. We can see it stop where, and delete that delete the previous data. Just leave the left one. So and rerun this whole process. It will send out an email for the left facilities.
Okay. So you would look at that and then go to the Excel and delete the ones that already were
Yeah.
sent out. Okay. And if you have things on multiple tabs, do you have to identify on one?
Not yet. For the Excel, there is only one tab.
Okay. If you had multiple tabs, would that cause any issues if it was on the main tab, or would you want to delete those other worksheets?
So if there are multiple tabs, maybe we have to add this instruction here just for this step to read which one sheet is our prefer to send out the email.
Okay. Okay.
Because the Power Automate can read the Excel file with multiple sheets, but we have to add one more action to let this process know which one is we want to read. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm done with my questions now, so thank you.
Oh, okay, by the way, when we build that, if we want to test each step, we can just click that row. It will appear this red dots. It means when we click run, it will only stop here. No. Oh, sorry. This one because I don't close this Excel. Yeah. It will only stop this step, not go further.
So it runs remove duplicate items from list.
Yes.
And then it stops after that one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, I gotta get going, but please feel free to reach out anytime you want a one-on-one and you want some help setting it up, and we'll get you the recording and the notes shortly. Yep. Thank you, Yiming. Great job. Hi, Ali.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Have a good day.